Yo guys, welcome to another video. I have just come back from the gym and right on 2 o'clock, which is when England squad got announced, and we're going to talk about it. Uh, Now this is a West Ham channel, but we like to talk about other things as well. But we'll start with the title. Jared Bowen has missed out of the squad, uh, and James Maddison is in the squad. Uh, Alongside the forwards Rashford, Foden, Grealish, Kane, Maddison, Saka, Sterling, and Callum Wilson has made the squad as well. Let's talk about this. I'm not a Southgate fan. I'm not. I'm not a Southgate fan. But he's picked certain players that have been on form, and he's picked certain players that he's maybe too loyal to. Okay, now I'm not a biased West Ham fan. I think Bowen didn't deserve to make it, and I'm glad he didn't make it because I'm selfish. I need him to rest for the season coming up. He's had too much of a workload. He can play in the friendlies with us instead. It's about how he reacts to that. He needs to react better to not making it. And honestly, uh, just be better in form if we're being realistic. James Maddison has made it. He deserves to start for England, let alone fucking make the squad. And I would say he deserves to play the three-man midfield with Bellingham and Rice. That'll be my three-man midfield, and uh, Grealish and Saka, or Grealish and Foden, or Sterling. One of them, two of them four should start with Harry Kane up front, who's actually suffering major fatigue, as Conte said during Tottenham's loss to Nottingham Forest last night in the Cup. I'm very confused on Calvin Phillips' fitness. He can't be that fit. I don't think he'll start. I'm sure he won't start against Iran, and I'm pretty sure the game is in like a week. The first game, or in like 9 days or something. Like it's not this Monday. It's next Monday. I think it's on a Monday as well. Like, are people going really? Is everyone really going to take time off for that? For England versus Iran? We're not even be drinking pints. We'll just be drinking fucking hot chocolates, just watching the Winter World Cup, for fuck's sake. Um, I'm not currently working right now because I'm trying to find a job, so I probably have time to watch it. But that's not necessarily a pleasure. Gareth Southgate is in the press conference talking now. I don't know what he's saying. I don't really give a shit. But listen, another person that should have made it is Ivan Toney. Is it because of the off the pitch stuff that's going on with the betting stuff? I think it's a bit ironic how that's come up already. And listen, as a country, if any England fan thinks that we're going to make the final, we're going to make a semi-final, we're going to win the thing. Spoiler alert, I think if you have a brain, you know we're not going to win this. Although we should go out and win it. We should try and win it. If Gareth Southgate's the best manager that everyone said, he's made the semi-final and the final, then we should go and win it, shouldn't we? But Southgate has only beaten one elite nation, and that was Germany, and they were already going on a downward spiral. They barely made it out of their group with Hungary in it. I know they had France as well. And they were getting a new manager anyway. Joachim Low got, I don't know whether he got sacked or left, but he left, and Hansi Flick is now in charge. Obviously, if you're a West Ham fan watching this, you'll know that Thilo Kehrer, Nathan again, Alphonse Areola have also made it as well. I think that's it. I think we've only got 4 players going, which is actually very good for us. I would say no one major, but and Paqueta, of course, and Paqueta. Yeah, that's a major one. He's always on the verge of starting. For Brazil. It's always either him, Casemiro, Fred, or they might start Neymar in a 10 or whatever. So it'd be interesting to see if he starts in any of the games as well. But back to the England squad, Conor Gallagher's also made it. I do think he deserves it. I also think Callum Wilson deserves it. And that's coming from a West Ham fan. But I also think Ivan Toney should be in there. I do think Rashford on form, I'm not mad at that. but there's so many wingers, and I think Southgate has picked him as a striker. Obviously, you might be talking about that in a press conference, but I'm not watching it. Obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold's made it. I don't think Gareth Southgate had a choice because of Reece James injured and Kyle Walker getting back to fitness. So he's probably bit Ben White as a centre-back, or Trippier is also a cover at left-back for Luke Shaw. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Ben White deserves to make it. Trent probably doesn't deserve to make it, if I'm being honest, neither does Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw, I think he does. I think he's recovering his form. Eric Dyer does not deserve to make it. Connor Cody does. Kieran Trippier definitely does. Kieran Trippier, Ben White, and Diogo Dalot have probably been the best three right backs this season in the Premier League, and Reece James actually as well. Reece James is probably the best right back out of them, but in terms of performances, I think obviously Ben White's not really a right back, but I know his role. Sometimes he overlaps, sometimes he tucks in as centre back, whatever. I do think Ben White maybe should start as well. Again, another two centre backs that should have made it. Mark Gurhey and Fikayo Tomori should have made it instead of Darren Maguire. But because Maguire is trusted and blah 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 and all that stuff, we'll see how he performs then. He hasn't played much football. He's only played against West Ham he played against us and played up front against Real Sociedad when Man United were throwing the ball in the box. As of recent times, unless Maguire is going to play this week. So it'll be interesting to see the match fitness of all of this. It looks like this World Cup is going to be a disaster, if I'm honest, because the amount of fixtures that has been crammed in for this World Cup, and the amount of fixtures that they have to cram in for this, the tournament's just over a month. Obviously, there'll be teams getting knocked out, and we don't even know whether they'll go back to their clubs and what the fitness will be like of them as well, and how they judge those players as well. I think it will benefit a lot of teams if England players miss out. If England go out, so it'll benefit the likes of us and Newcastle and Tottenham, etc. and that kind of stuff, and even I guess Leicester with Maddison. I know they've only got one player from England going there, but they probably have other players from their team going to the World Cup as well, such as Yuri Tielemans and stuff as well. So yeah, that's my reaction to the England squad announcement. I don't think anyone's going to predict that England will win it, and if you do, you're an idiot. And yeah, leave a like on the video if you're new and subscribe. Social medias are in the description. You want to follow me and the email for the inquiries, and I'll see you guys later.